T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 50 seconds. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Own it, own it, own it, Kong. I own it. It did.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.
On the planet, Monday Night Raw post show here with none other than the dominating tag team in women's wrestling talk, the Salt Shakers. Santana, you got the giggles over there?
No, it's just nice to see your stuff get posted. That's all.
Where your stuff get posted?
On Twitter.
Oh, you talking about on Twitter?
Yeah.
Yeah. One of our writers was actually at the show tonight. Really, really good card. What did you think about tonight's episode?
It was quite interesting.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that were happening, a lot of things that was transpiring, and I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
Really much all I can say. Some people won money. Some people lost. Some people are going to be getting title opportunities, and some people are costing them the title opportunities.
Yes.
So.
Hello, Tamara, and hello, Stephanie, our fellow host here. Oh, I don't know. It went really quick.
But it also felt like it was like long too.
Yeah.
But
a lot of substance.
It was a lot that was happening within these 3 hours, yeah. I will say. It's more than what SmackDown has been doing, I tell you what.
Oh, Jesus. Well, let's get into it. We thought we were gonna get this match. Obviously, the Usos defending their title against Elias and Matt Riddle, but that was not the case. But before, of course, all of the shenanigans, they made their appearance with Solo. Is it like unfair to say that Roman should still like attend?
I mean, it would if he did choose to attend. I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know what significance is going to be because I feel like Sami Zayn is really holding the bloodline down.
Yeah.
To be honest, without Roman even being there, and sometimes, well, for those who may not care about him, it may not even cross your mind that Roman isn't even there. But for those who do care for Roman or are fans of him, you're like, where's Roman? But the man is letting the bloodline do their thing while he, does whatever the hell he does.
Honestly, I don't know. I just feel like he should be there. But on the contrary, they did have a little scuffle before their match. And so apparently Elias couldn't make it. But Matt brought some backup. Someone that he says hates the bloodline just as much as he does, and obviously that's Kevin Owens. And this opened up the match, and I mean, this opened up the show. I don't know. It was good, but I don't know.
I mean, shout out to the Samoan Spike that has put Riddle in the hospital.
Whew, poor thing.
Yeah, that boy got stressed out. Pause. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess this puts Riddle on the shelf for, however long it's going to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe he comes back whenever Randy comes back, or what. But
I haven't no idea.
Maybe he'll come back for Solo, since Solo is basically the one who put him in the hospital.
He did. God, Roman show be there. He has Raw's top title. We wouldn't be seeing random stuff on Raw like this. That is true. Roman should be there. I agree. I hope Riddle isn't getting written off.
Right.
Well, the match was fine. It was what it was, but I think them doing the stretcher job with Riddle is the bigger story. It really is. I wonder if Matt is getting written off. He seems lost without Randy. It was a violent start to Raw, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a good start. I couldn't say that I would want to see this match later.
No, it was only fitting that it started off now. Because what's the point of waiting for it to happen later on within the show?
Yeah. AJ Styles with the hair whip is
like it's about easy breezy bit of a cover girl, right?
Baby. Obviously we see the OC and JBL is having this JBL Invitational poker game. Oh my god, I really hate this.
Why?
Because it's so just
listen, majority of the stars who really didn't have anything to do tonight are being utilized.
That's true.
Even if it's in a segment like this, I mean, you just can't have just a wrestling show, Nikki. You gotta have some things happening backstage that brings.
This is sports entertainment.
You're right. This is not just something you do down in Impact. Where you're having poker games happening here. Stuff like that. Otis with a cigar and these scuba diver glasses on. You don't get those type of things, and in a lot of other promotions. I will say that this is why it's only fitting for WWE, because it's comedy, it's jokes. There's plenty of things happening backstage. It does give early 2000s, and why not have something with the poker tournament with someone who was playing poker all throughout the 90s and 2000s, like JBL?
Yeah,
more so Bradshaw. We want the short
dip. But finally, of course, this is Women's Wrestling Talk, and we have to get to the women. This match was honestly. This is why I wish, and we talked about this the other night, I wish there were no dirt sheets or anything, because this was obviously, we heard about the triple threat matches that were going to happen before the show, but neither disappointed. First up, of course, Asuka versus Bayley versus Rhea Ripley. Now Bayley comes out. And, she's doing her thing, of course, mocking the crowd, telling the fans, sit down. But then she looks up and it's Becky. And they have their tit for tat. What did you think about former, I guess you would say, allies, in a sense, of the Four Horsewomen? What did you think about this promo here?
I mean, what can I really say? I mean, it's something that we've talked about on multiple occasions. Hopefully somewhere down the line we do get a Becky versus Bayley feud going on. Yes, they may have been in matches with each other over the years, but they never had like a proper feud out of the four horsewomen than all of the other four horsewomen. Like Becky's had her time with Sasha and Charlotte. Bayley's had her time with Sasha and Charlotte. Sasha and Charlotte's had their time, and so on and so forth. But we never really got these two to really give like a proper feud. And I'm glad that Becky is back to being the man. To be honest, because I feel like Big Time Bex will not work with this version of Bayley that we do have now. And it's nice that we don't have that hugger Bayley, and we have like this role model damage control leader Bayley that is really showcasing that she is a great talker. And Becky, of course, she's playing the role of just, getting up under Bayley's skin in any kind of way that she can. So I absolutely love it. I don't know exactly, what's going to happen within these next couple of weeks with these two, but hopefully it leads to a really nice match or stipulation or something of that nature with them.
I'm hoping that we do get a lengthy run-in between these two, of course. However,
well,
Becky was really making her rounds tonight, honestly, because as she glided her ass up the ramp, she seemed to know what was
really like the same damn height. Like, what the fuck? Rhea might be an inch taller, but goddamn, like it just.
I think it might be the ramp. I have no idea.
It could be the ramp, but I don't know. I was like,
I have no idea.
They look like
it's just a really nice angle.
Yeah. Somebody had put it's like I was hoping they would kiss, but I'm like, all right, now this is not Mickie James. Okay, it's not Mickie James.
This
okay,
is not.
Mickie James would have kissed Rhea. I'm not gonna hold
this
you.
Is not Dawn Marie and Tori Wilson.
Or Sable and Tori Wilson.
Jesus,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I will say though, the way they're building this into the segments of like having Becky leave and then be into something else. They're doing that extremely nice. But then we get to the match, and then I don't know. I know a lot of people were wanting it to be.
Hey. Like,
I know a lot of people wanted it to be Rhea. I know.
Yeah, like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Why the fuck did she win? Didn't she lose to her already 30,000 times?
I think a lot of people were thinking that. But okay, so and we'll talk about this more at the end.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought that Asuka was gonna win, honestly. But now I'm seeing that either Becky or Bayley had to win, not both, because of I just feel like no matter who Bayley faces at this point, because we're at this point of Raw, it doesn't matter because she's gonna lose. Like she's gonna lose regardless. And then we get God, I don't know why.
I fucking hate his hair tonight.
I hate his hair. I don't know why.
Like,
why?
This is awful. Like, I don't know what he was trying to go with, like a slick side part, and this is just not it. So, like, Soup's cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure this is probably on AOS. If you have it, that's where a lot of the, he should just put this shit in a bun and call it a day.
Yeah, no, he should have.
Why does he always wear his hair wet? Like it's different when his hair was black. Like when his hair was black, I feel like it's just work. You know what I'm saying? But now that he has this blonde in here, I mean, you can see it all frizz up in here. Obviously, whatever they had going on was not laying the way it needed to lay, and it's just terrible. And it's just like, oh my God, this is terrible. Like, what are you doing? Please.
Jayla,
Oh God.
it's crazy.
You gotta be joking me right now.
Oh my goodness, that comment is hilarious. And then of course, Bobby Lashley comes to the ring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I really just want
Like
this
going to a
feud.
friend or something.
They both look like I really don't. They're made to feud, if that makes sense.
That's wild.
They're
Yeah.
made to feud. Raw was okay tonight. The show fell off around 10 p.m. Eastern, though. Okay, last hour lag. Just so you know, that's about to be added to the group phases. Oh,
Please don't. I think we have enough.
oh man. But yeah, that didn't last long.
No, it's like let them fight. Like I mean,
Let 'em
there's
fight.
obviously a lot of tension boiling between these two, and I'm glad there's no title involved either.
Yes.
It kind of just gives Seth and Bobby something to do in the meantime. Um, because I mean, obviously we felt as if like this feud was going to continue even after Austin Theory won the U.S. title at War Games. So I mean, I'm happy that this is continuing to grow and things
Yeah.
like that. So it's adding more to it. And poor Mr. Petey in the blue suit. I do apologize. You gotta take that damn spirit, but good God, that that was something to see, and I feel bad for you.
Yeah. I will say with feuds like this, I really like the way that they can make me feel like the people really like hate each other.
Yeah.
Like genuinely hate one another. So it makes it, much more believable. I don't know. Lord Jesus. So Akira and Dominic get into a brief, it's very mild. And then Dominic basically just lets him know that Judgment Day runs Monday Night Raw. And if you have a problem with that,
Then the Judgment Day has a problem with you.
Lord.
You say you about the same height as my deadbeat dad, and then the JBL comes in and say, "Well, yeah, he might be just like your deadbeat dad. I don't like him either, but we're not gonna do this here." I'm like, JBL, you're not helping the situation. You're not helping the situation either. But it wouldn't be JBL because he don't, JBL doesn't like Rey Mysterio still to this day. He might just let it go. Like,
Obviously.
but I mean, I'm just gonna nice suit, Tozawa though. I will say that green is very nice. And yeah, I don't know. I stoned it with cereal.
But before we get into their match, because they do have a match later tonight, we did have a United States championship match between Austin Theory and Mustafa Ali. I don't know how to feel about this.
What do you mean?
Like, I need a little bit more. I was a little disappointed that they did this match that quickly. I thought there was going to be some build.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be a build the way it ended.
I mean, true.
If you think about it, like, yeah, they was put on a really nice match. They had like a little botch part where it looked like it took both of their ass out. But the way that it ended, like, there's obviously a story that's going to continue to grow anyway. And now that Ziggler is implementing himself back into dealing with Austin Theory, because it seems that like he's not over Austin Theory and coming after him and different things like that, that's really causing a situation with Mustafa Ali because this was his opportunity. But it got taken away because Dolph Ziggler still has his issues with Austin Theory, and which caused basically Austin Theory to be the last one standing tonight. Well, the both of them are laid out. So maybe it builds up something between these three. Maybe next week we'll have a match with Mustafa and Dolph Ziggler. And whoever wins gets to face Austin Theory somewhere down the line, whenever that happens.
Yeah. It was just like Mustafa Ali was like, I want to kick your ass. And Theory was like, well, let's do it tonight. I thought he was going to be like, let's just hold on. I'm like, damn, Theory.
And that man said he tired of y'all playing with him.
He said, hey, don't call me kid. Hey, dude. Hey, I'm telling you, dude, it's the truth. And I looked around and there were people like clapping for this man.
Not that many people, not a lot of people who on social media that say they hate Theory don't really hate that man.
Yeah.
The live shows really tell the difference between people online and people who actually go to the shows in real life.
It's mind blowing.
They're totally different people on social media than they are in real life.
Yeah. JBL was in the whole show. Not much to see here, just The Miz and JBL.
Well, The Miz basically tried to get into, he wasn't necessarily invited into JBL's thing for the poker tournament. And obviously we know that The Miz is having some financial situations. Mm-hmm. And to end it all, JBL basically called The Miz a broke boy because his Rolex was fake. And yeah. That's not real, Miz. And The Miz was just so astonished. He just didn't know what to do, so he just kind of walked off feeling ashamed. So, I mean, maybe you should take some advice from Bum-Ass Corbin. See how you get back up. Get back up on that next level like you used to be. I mean, he's supposed to be the A-lister, and now he done dropped down to some.
That's crazy. They really let Miz go outside of bed. I don't like that. And then in the end, it really was, of course, Dexter Lumis who won.
Yeah, Dexter did win, his money and then more money. So, I mean, what more can we say? That's a deadly weapon he's carrying. I will say that.
It is. Shout out to Dana and Tamina in the back.
Mm-hmm. Just chilling. Because they have nothing else to do.
And then of course, Santana, I have a question.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
who is this? Can you please let everyone know who this is specifically?
Well, this is someone who is the roughest, the toughest, the quickest, the strongest, the fastest, the best, the greatest. The EST of WWE, your Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair, looking absolutely amazing after coming off of a weekend of competing actually in one of those bodybuilding competitions, actually, that she's kind of been training for and preparing for. She actually won first place, I think, in wellness and second place in fitness. So for that to be her first time doing something like this, she scored pretty high, I would have to say. So shout out to Bianca. And I mean, hey, I don't really know what else is to say, but I mean, of course, she has some people to watch out behind, because I mean, she got some competition out there now, with one being Bayley, who we know did win tonight. And then the next opponent that we found out right after this, who she could possibly face whenever they plan on doing this championship match. Probably on a Raw, because they don't really have any other pay-per-views happening until Royal Rumble anyway. Yeah. So
the one thing that I really did like about her challengers is that every one of them have been the champion before.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good to see that. And then we had a 6-man tag match with the OC. I almost forgot this really happened, to be honest.
Yeah, it happened after like
They got into that argument.
Yeah. And he
Woo.
pushed AJ Styles, and then they decided to have this match, and yeah.
And then, I mean, of course, the OC wins. I mean, they can't lose.
Why would they lose? I mean, they kind of, got their backs behind from Judgment Day as of right now. It's kind of a halt. And they really didn't have anything else for them to really do tonight. So
Yeah.
I don't really know what's next for them, or anything like that. But that currently, as of right now, they are a faction. There's a lot of too sweet going on.
Didn't think that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
That is true.
I mean, we say this joke every week. To be honest, it's WWE Impact Wrestling every week.
Could you imagine? And then of course Bliss is getting ready for her main event. Shout out to Lily, just chilling in the mix. And then we get a word from Candice LeRae, who is greeted by Johnny Gargano and Dexter Lumis. And if this was definitely a highlight of the night, because it has us wondering. We're only missing one person. Well, really, we're missing 2 people, but Austin Theory wants to be an asshole. We need Indy. That is exactly what I was going to say. We need Indy. We are missing Indy.
I mean, she may pop up next week to be depending on how her match goes for tomorrow, because she is in that match for to get in that final spot at Deadline.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on how that goes, if she does not have the chance to be in that, and then the pay-per-view is this weekend too. So let's just say if she does get into it and she doesn't win, you better be showing up to Monday Night Raw. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to be Dexter. You need to, the same way you went to the live show to reunite with this woman, you better go snatch her up down in NXT. That's all I got to say.
Because that was like the best, like honestly, Indy and Dexter was a really good. It was really good. Honestly.
And I'm not the biggest fan of like oddly couples.
Yeah.
Being together like Mandation, Rose, and Otis. I fucking hated that. That was the worst.
Yeah, it was torture.
It was whatever, but Indy and Dex, I just feel like they just mesh. It's just like I could see them dating in like kayfabe, they real life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Hopefully, if that's only if they want to bring Indy up to the main roster, I would hope that she does. So I don't know.
I don't know either, but Indy's hair looks really good.
It does.
It does. And then, of course, we get to this match between Akira Tozawa and Dominic Mysterio. Of course, to no surprise, Dominic gets the win. I wonder what would have happened if he would have lost.
That would have been embarrassing.
Very embarrassing.
That would have been very embarrassing, I would have to say, because you're losing to Tozawa. Child. This was just like a waste of time. I mean, I guess they're trying to find a way to. Everybody around in Judgment Day has really established themselves. Let's be honest. While Dominic, he has a long way to go. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I mean, yeah, him being in Judgment Day, and I don't know, like, it's something that's just not working with him, to be exact. Like, I don't know exactly what it is, but something with Dominic is just not working in Judgment Day, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
It could be better, but I don't know. It's like he's not. It's like he's not trying to tap into that heel side of him. You know, just as.
I don't know. It's something. It's like I don't mind it, but it's just something like that. Just. Yeah, that too.
He just doesn't have much of the look, though. You know, he doesn't look evil enough. You know, like when you look at Rhea, you look at her. She can be evil. She can.
Yeah.
She looks like she would do some evil shit. Damien Priest looks like he'll do some evil shit. Even Finn Balor looks like he can do some evil shit. But Dominic just looks like a lost kid who's hanging around a bunch of, you know, bullies or whatever, and he's just trying to fit in because he wants to be rebellious towards his dad. Y'all like more serious or chaotic characters probably since the Judgment Day Lobby, but child, I guess. If that's what his job is, he'll get fired immediately. Not from WWE, but like fired from that whole picking fights with people stuff. So.
Next week we do have a match between Bobby Lashley and Seth Rollins. Once again, this is a United States Championship #1 contenders match. What's really funny is like literally weeks ago they were having a match for this title, and one of them were champion. One of them was the champion.
Yeah.
Now, neither one of them is the champion. So.
Oh, not at all.
Next week we also will have a match with Candice LeRae and Io Sky. So I really think it's gonna be good, to be honest.
Depending on how the ending is, I mean, you have Dakota out there. So I mean, if Dakota tries to interfere, Candice is gonna need some backup. So unless it's Indy, I don't hear anything else. Or Tegan Knox could bring her ass up there. Well, she's back.
Hell no. We also, of course, the #1 contenders match, more like a semifinal between Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, and Nikki Cross to face off with Bayley next week. And to no surprise, this match is, I mean, the history obviously between these two, you know, the history between Nikki and Alexa Bliss, like, there's a lot going on. Eventually, Damage Control did interfere, causing Becky the match. I feel like, honestly, not saying that Bliss couldn't have won, but I don't know.
You don't think Bliss could have won?
I'm not saying that I don't think she could have, but I think Becky was on her road to winning.
I mean, automatically people was gonna have like, okay, if Bayley won, it means Becky has to win, right?
That's how I was thinking.
They pulled a swerve. I was like, damn, it could have been Nikki Cross that won, you know? But they gave it to Alexa Bliss, someone who hasn't been in the women's title picture in a minute now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think she's gonna beat Bayley.
I think she should, because it does give you kind of like, because now she can go ahead and turn like she's supposed to have been, or what people thought was going to happen, you know, real soon. I mean, she might as well. And I mean, we haven't gotten an Alexa Bliss and a Bianca feud. I mean, of course, we saw how their, you know, ending went for Elimination Chamber when they both went there, and it was a really nice matchup. It really was, and maybe we thought it was going to go that route, but it did not. So I think that this would be the nice opportunity to kind of let Becky and Bayley focus on each other, while Alexa and Bianca, if Alexa wins next week, because we know she won tonight, but if Alexa wins next week, then it would be nice to have a newer feud with a woman that Bianca has not feuded with before, which happens to be Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. It's
Well,
gonna be nice.
If they, but see, there's a lot of conversations about possibly Rhea and Bianca being at Royal Rumble. There's conversations with that. So I don't necessarily know if they're going to like have that title shot happen on TV, because they managed to have women's title shots happen on television anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if that's something that they may want to do going into January or something, or finishing out the rest of this year with it or something like that. But
well, what if she turns and then she gets another opportunity at Royal Rumble?
Like winning the Royal Rumble, or like
I'm saying like, what if she turns and then she's still on Bianca's ass? Like she's still like, I don't know, she turns and then she pops up on Bianca again, like, so they do it again. Does that make sense? You know how like Bayley done got 2 shots.
Yeah, and lost.
And lost, yeah. So I do think that Bianca is probably gonna hold until WrestleMania, to be honest, because if they give her Bliss twice and she beats Bliss twice, it does nothing to Bliss. No. You know? And it's not a bad like pick me up, because Elimination Chamber is more than likely gonna determine
who is going to be facing Bianca at WrestleMania, because that's the same thing that pretty much happened where earlier this year's like Elimination Chamber, Bianca was the one who won and she was facing, Becky at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going to transpire, but I'm excited to see the Raw's women's division heat up.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I am so excited to see Bayley and Bliss get it on next week. Mm-hmm. Like,
this has been a minute since we've seen them, and they put on really good matches with each other.
Yeah, and Bliss has definitely grown. I know a lot of people give her a lot of heat for back then. I know even I joke about how like Charlotte demolished her in that Survivor Series promo. But Bliss is that girl. Like, no tea, no shade. Like, Bliss is really, she's that girl. She's the girl. Mm-hmm. She's a Triple Crown, right?
Yeah.
Raw, SmackDown.
Raw, SmackDown Tag Team Champion. Like, she's literally been holding everything, if you want to put it that way.
Yeah, I do think that Becky interferes next week, and who knows? I know this may sound really, really crazy, but who's to say Charlotte won't come back and help Becky?
That's true.
Anything.
That would be quite interesting if that was to happen.
Yeah. It would be interesting.
I wouldn't know how to feel about that. Like,
I mean,
does it open a door for, let me stop. Because how people speculations go, but does that open up for somebody else to come?
Right, though. Like, seriously, though. Like, that would be crazy.
Can you imagine Becky and Charlotte being tag team champions? Would you want that, Nikki? Because remember, you were always like, I always thought to stay far away from Charlotte as possible. I don't want them on the same roster or anything like that.
It's funny you asked me that. It's funny you asked me that because I always thought that Charlotte would be booked. I always thought Charlotte would be booked like Brock Lesnar.
Was crazy.
Like Brock Lesnar, like no tag team championships, like just a just a full competitor like that. So when she came back on December the 20th, I can't remember what was that, 2020, I guess? We were in, maybe? And she came back with Asuka.
Mm-hmm.
And she won, they won the title. I don't know. If her and Becky win the titles, yeah, that's true. Obviously.
Mm-hmm. How would you feel?
I don't know.
Would you?
That's now this is what we do it for.
And the third 2-time Grand Slam.
Hey, this is what we do it for. Nah, it would be I don't know. At this point, I miss watching Charlotte Flair wrestle, but these women have been doing a phenomenal job. I know we've been given like bits and pieces on Raw, but it's been, for what it's worth. We still have Dakota and Io and Bliss and Asuka and Bianca. And you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Still laggy. I mean, it's still, not laggy, but it's still.
We're getting somewhere.
Yeah. SmackDown needs some help, honestly.
Ooh. Child, let's not even get into it, please. Because SmackDown is struggling tremendously. Like, tremendously on a whole nother level. I'm just like, I'm sick of it. I didn't get it together.
Oh, child. Listen, with that being said, Wednesday night, the Dynamite Dolls will be here for AEW Dynamite. A lot going on. Jamie Hayter's going to be talking her talk. I think there's a 6-women's tag match between the baddies, Kiera Hogan, Madison Rayne, and Sky Blue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, of course, you can catch us Thursday night. We'll be here for Impact Wrestling. I heard there's a lot of surprises that are going to be happening.
On Impact?
Yeah, between that ending between Ty and Savannah.
Well, that's interesting to hear.
Very just not like anyone popping up, just
just how it's gonna plan on ending.
Yeah. Oh. Let's see. And then Santana will be here and Stephanie will be here Friday night for SmackDown and AEW Rampage. And then, of course, we will not have a Turnbuckle Glam show until Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So that means we will be back. Yeah. Any last words before we get out of here?
I mean, Ronda has talked about wanting to work with Heyman anyway, but I don't know how they would possibly work when they're not really a tag team, like just champion and someone who actually knows how to wrestle. So
too bad Jessica can't talk because
or Marina. Do you know me?
You don't know. You don't know me.
I don't know. I mean, hey, who's to say that Ronda and Shayna are still gonna be cool with each other by Rumble?
That is very true.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because we thought maybe Becky was gonna go into SmackDown, but obviously, currently as of right now, Becky is on Raw. And so once again, we still have absolutely nobody.
The fact that she returned on SmackDown is just the craziest thing to me.
No running across, like no like running in on each other, nothing.
Because that means Charlotte. That means Charlotte is gonna return, and it doesn't matter where she returns.
No,
she's gonna be on SmackDown.
Yeah,
more than likely.
Yeah,
they have to keep them two separate anyway.
They were gonna do it until the draft after WrestleMania. That's probably what's gonna happen. Like once they kind of get through all of this. And of
Ooh.
course, they'll be bringing back some people at the Rumble. And sorry, probably some people are going to be actually being signed to WWE and all this and that and everything. So who's to say that she'll actually be staying on SmackDown, because after WrestleMania they're doing I think it's after Rumble. It's after WrestleMania. After WrestleMania, they're going to be doing their draft or whatever. So maybe we get some shakeups or something.
I wonder if Judgment Day going to get sent to Fox.
I think their lighting would look nice on Fox though, because it's blue and purplish. Like,
I'm gonna be very honest. Like, Judgment Day is perfect for Fox. Yeah.
They are. Seems like it.
We'll see.
We will.
Of course, you can Google Santana, as she always says, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, make sure you continue to follow Women's Wrestling Talk at WW Talk POD. And also make sure you check out the website as well at www.talkpod.com. So.
Only those who are there will know what the fuck that she didn't say it in the first place.
And of course, we are on TikTok. We are on Twitch. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We are on YouTube. We are everywhere. We are on Apple. Apple, wherever you stream your podcast. We don't say that. We never say that. But yeah, wherever you stream your podcast, thank you for those that are listening. I wish, honestly, if this is one day, this is going to be just audio. No, it's not going to be just audio. But one day, we're going to be in a studio here in Nashville, and we're gonna tape the shows.
Who's driving 5 hours to Nashville? You gotta fly me out.
I don't know. Traffic must have been bad that day.
No, it was awful.
I'm sure it would only really take you like 30 minutes.
30 minutes from where I am? Absolutely
No,
not.
from Murfreesboro.
Who's living there? I don't know, but secretly I think Nick is trying to get me to move to Tennessee.
I want everyone.
Everybody to go to Tennessee, and it's like everybody doesn't want to live the Tennessee lifestyle.
It's good country living here, buddy. I'm telling you. But of course, Women's Wrestling
I
Talk.
will only be a Velvet Taco, no lie.
Yeah.
Every day.
I haven't been there in so long. I want to go.
Do they have one in Atlanta? I think they do.
I don't know.
Glorilla on Kai's stream.
Right now?
You're lying to me right now.
You said clickbait though. Anyway, of course you've been rocking with the best Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet. Ciao, y'all.
Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling show on the planet.